Hi everybody and welcome to Coffee with Conti. My name is Rick Conti and I appreciate you joining us on our Corvette channel. Hey, we had a special upload for you yesterday. Not sure if you had a chance to catch it yet or not. There's a link down below in the description. We shared a delivery moment and the guy is celebrating his winning fight over cancer with a C8 Corvette purchase. A great conversation with Blair. I like a lot of what he said. I like especially that he said, screw cancer, screw politics, screw the pandemic. He said, in this bubble, talking about his Corvette purchase and how much it meant to him, he said, in this bubble, life is good. Again, that link is down below in the description. We have another fun special upload for you today, but before our feature, a personal note, a big happy birthday to my oldest son, Brandon. He's 25 today. Happy birthday, bud.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Wow, does time fly? And that was NSYNC singing Happy Birthday, and I chose that song because years ago in Cleveland, I took Brandon to an NSYNC concert. I think he was like 7 years old. I got tickets from a buddy I worked with, had no idea where our seats were, walked into the stadium. Where do you go? Oh, you go over here, you go over here. Finally get to this guy. I said, hey, where do we go? He goes, oh, you are right down there. I went, what? He goes, yeah, you're on the field. We were second row from the stage, looking up at the guys from NSYNC, surrounded by a bunch of teenagers. Brandon standing up on the chair. Pop, pop, pop. We had a blast. So that was a little memory I wanted to share with you guys. Again, happy birthday, Brandon. I miss you, bud. So coming up on today's show, there's going to be a pop quiz and a prize, an opportunity to win one of these pink Corvette hoodies. Stay tuned for that.
And then, obviously
coming across,
so
he came up down this way.
Yeah, because what I had to do is
you went through Sacramento. I just got two cars that are being delivered in that area.
Yeah.
And then he came back up this way. He came back over.
And then I went up. I came both ways. I went up.
So this past Monday, I think it was right here, or maybe it was over here? No, I think it might have been here. No, it actually could have been. No, I think it was right over here. No, in fact, I think it was right here. Yes, it was right here. Well, Phil from Georgia stopped by as he's celebrating his third victory over cancer with the new C8 hardtop convertible purchase. He wasn't going to sit around. He says, I'm going to travel in my Corvette every state in the United States. So we share some stories of his travels, of his journey through cancer. And I love that, yes, he's got great technology, the new Corvette, navigation, all that. But no, he had an Atlas book map. A lot of you folks watching, you use those. Some kids today couldn't use one of those. I loved it because I used to use those when I was on the road. Look at, he's got all stuff drawn out. But I'd look at those maps. Yeah, go up here, turn left, the third one over here, boom, and I'm there. A lot of folks would get lost using those. So he was using that to kind of chart his trip. We share that with you today. Again, this is Phil from Georgia. I hope you enjoyed the upload on today's Coffee with Conti. It's not too often that I show you guys a dirty Corvette on the channel. This one is, it's filthy. For good reason. Because it is the Victory Over Cancer Tour Corvette. It's Phil's Corvette, and he stopped by to see us today. I want to talk with him and talk about his journey, not only in the Corvette, but through life and surviving cancer. Silver and the red. Oh, yeah, man. Boy, does that look good.
It's a nice car.
I'll tell you what, I've seen more two-tone red and black seats than I've seen ever before on Corvette. Boy, does it look good on a C8 car. So this is Phil. Where are you from? What state?
Tidedown, Georgia.
From Georgia.
Yeah.
Welcome, and thanks for watching us on the channel. Thanks for allowing us to share what you're going through and what you're doing with your beautiful brand new Corvette. It's great to have you here, man. It really is. So you got one of the first convertibles.
Yes.
Took delivery at the National Corvette Museum, and you are a three-time, do I have that correct?
Right.
Cancer survivor?
That's correct.
What cancers have you had?
Throat cancer and lung cancer and prostate cancer.
Oh my goodness.
So everybody needs to get checked.
Yeah, absolutely. I know you even told me when we were talking just briefly in the office, you said, man, when I got the third cancer, you're like, are you kidding me? I mean, it's just like, come
Yeah.
on already.
Yeah, you need a break.
Oh my gosh.
But that's what this is about. I mean, so many people told me, especially on the second and third cancer, look, you're high risk already.
Yes.
I wouldn't take the treatment. Just live your life. And I just think that's crazy. I think people should get out and fight, and
Yes.
do what they have to do. So that's what this trip is all about.
Yeah.
Trying to encourage people to do that. And if you know somebody who has cancer right now with COVID, they're
Yes.
locked in their house.
That's a good point.
Give them a call or you go by and see them. And that's what the trip's about.
Right. So you've been traveling all over the country and getting this car. You haven't achieved it yet. You're going to hit all 48 states.
That's right.
In the car. So you're here in Ohio. How many states have you hit so far?
I've hit about 30. I've done 38
Okay.
so far.
You got 10 more to go.
10 to go. And then I
Wow.
used to go home.
So how many miles are on the car?
It's just under, right at 10,000.
At
In
10,000.
fact, I may have to get an oil change while I'm here.
Oh man, what a great trip. What a great experience. Now, have you ever had Corvette before?
I had a 56
Okay.
Corvette.
What color was it?
Blue
Blue?
and silver.
Oh,
You
how
know
about that?
You know how the silver on the
Yeah,
front?
down in the Cove. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I love that car. But this is much faster.
Yes, absolutely.
And a lot quieter.
Yeah. So how you enjoying it? You've got a lot of miles on the car. You've had a chance to really get familiar with the car. I mean,
I love it. There are a couple of small, minor things, but I
Right.
love the car. I mean, it's just a great car.
Oh, no kidding. No
Yeah.
kidding. So in your travels, you're obviously getting the word out on how you're doing.
Right.
And you're supporting people that have cancer and acknowledging folks that have lost loved ones because of this horrible disease.
That's correct.
How's the trip been? I mean, any
It's-
notable stops along the way?
It's been amazing. I mean, besides the scenery, which is fantastic.
Right.
Every time, there are a few times I'm just tired. I want to, in fact, a couple of days ago, I'm at a rest stop. Somebody's tapping on the window. Do you mind if we take a picture of the car for
Yeah.
luck? And
Right.
I get that every day. Everywhere I go, people want a picture. I think I told you, the young people want to know how fast it is. The older people want to know about cancer because everybody knows somebody's affected,
Yes.
somehow.
It's a good point.
And so I've had I can't tell you how many people have taken the picture for good luck.
Right.
I think I told you about a couple that were on their
Oh,
way to
yeah,
the
that somebody
clinic.
was on their way to the Mayo Clinic.
To
Is that
Mayo
correct?
Clinic. That was the first people that stopped me. And then from then on, it's just been, somebody stopped me yesterday, had both arms full of beer, going to a party for his wife.
Go, yeah,
Something
no,
cancer.
that's okay. No, you can go ahead and say exactly what you told me in the office. They said
Yeah.
this was an FU cancer
FU
party.
cancer
Yeah,
party for his
absolutely.
wife. And they took the pictures of the car.
And they felt that was
his wife. Yeah.
felt that was good luck if they did that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's what, and it makes you feel good. That keeps you going.
Yes.
I'm sitting in the hotel every night.
Right.
It's just kind of old a little bit, but
Do you
it's
sometimes
great.
peek out the window of your hotel to make sure the car's okay?
Occasionally, you saw a picture. I've stayed in some seedy places
Right. Absolutely.
because I want to hit every state. So,
Yeah.
like sometimes, for instance, Yosemite National Park.
Yes.
I drove from Death Valley to Yosemite, and I'm on that side, the east side of California. Well, there's no hotels on the bottom of Yosemite. The
wow.
lodges are closed, and there's a couple hotels, so you have to just stay wherever you can.
Oh wow.
So I didn't get to pick the best places. I kind of the standards, and I went below. So yeah, I do look out the window.
You even said at one point there was kind of a boring part of the drive. That was what, through Nebraska or something like that?
I won't.
Nothing against the people living in Nebraska, but yeah, I mean, there's not a lot out that way.
No, I
Right.
don't remember. The wheat fields get kind of old after a while.
Sure.
And there are some places when you see when you're driving, it says next gas station 105 miles. You go, whoa.
Oh my gosh.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It makes you think.
Little reality.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Death Valley was that way. Death Valley was really isolated. But even in Death Valley, I stopped at a gas station restaurant in the middle, and people came up and took pictures of the car.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't believe it. No matter where you went, somebody wants to see it.
Well, you got a double whammy. I mean, you've got a beautiful new C8, a convertible nonetheless, and then now you're promoting your victory over cancer.
And that's
So
what it's all about. I mean,
huge
I
draw, right.
I thought for a while my car wasn't going to come in time because I'd already scheduled this trip.
Oh, okay.
And I'm thinking, I'm gonna get my station wagon and put. Nobody's gonna care.
Yes, they would.
But this catches attention.
Yes.
And it does two things for me. It catches their attention, and then they read it. You know, so
Yeah.
it has worked out really well.
Yeah, it's a wonderful way to get the message out. In fact, you were at the museum taking delivery. You yourself personally put the letters
Oh, yeah.
on the door before you pulled out and
Yeah,
started
I was
your
worried
trip.
that I might get a wrinkle, but they came out pretty good.
No, they look good. I mean, they're dirty, but that's okay. I mean, you're driving all over the country, for goodness
Yeah.
sakes. But yeah, they look
Yeah,
good.
that's the other thing. I have washed this car probably. It's a little bit over a month, and I probably washed this 20 times already because
Yeah.
I want it to look, look good when I go places. But
Sure.
obviously last night it rained
Yeah.
and driving in here
Sure.
this morning. So
Well, you've got the regular Stingray, so you've got the all-season tires, and I know you've been caught in rain a number of times. How does the car handle in the
handles
rain?
great. One of the other things I really like, I don't know why, but I guess I like. I have I'm looking at the map and all that, trying
Sure.
to figure out where I'm going.
Right.
And just like coming here, there's 2 schools I passed coming in here.
Right.
It bings before you get to school zone, so that you know. There's a school
Oh, so you
zone
can
coming.
slow down.
Yeah,
and,
that's great.
Just to take it easy. Absolutely.
You avoid tickets. I've been lucky, and God, I shouldn't say this, but I haven't had no tickets.
You're gonna get one now. You just card jinxed yourself.
I know.
right?
I've been to 38 states without a ticket. Amazing.
That's all right. Yeah, you get the ticket. Just take a picture and send it to us. There you go, Rick. There's my first ticket.
So I have been lucky, but it's been a great. It is a fantastic car.
That's
And
great.
it has done its job, as I tell people.
Yeah. You feel comfortable in it. It looks like you've got the, well, you do have the GT2 seats, only way to get the 2
Oh,
tones.
yeah.
So you love those
I love
seats.
that, yeah.
Yeah, you're a little bit taller than I, so I figured those seats would fit you well.
And the other thing is, like this morning, it's cold here.
Yes.
I go out to the car, and this has only happened twice because I've had great weather the entire trip.
Good.
You come out, the steering wheel immediately gets warm. You don't turn it on; it just comes on. It's great.
Yeah, the heated steering wheel, again, first time we've ever had that on Corvette, is
Yeah.
a really nice feature.
That is nice.
No doubt about
That
it.
is nice. And tons of room. I mean, I don't know how far you want to go, but I'm carrying. Obviously, I'm actually living out of this car.
Right, absolutely.
So I've got both trunks loaded, and I mean it carries everything that I need to carry.
That you need.
It's amazing how much stuff this car will hold.
Let's take a look at this car that you're living out of and see how it's packed up.
Yeah, you want to see how?
Yeah, let's see how it's packed up.
It's amazing how much they'll hold.
To travel the entire country. Okay, see, she's packed in there. You got all your
this
stuff
is
in here.
unfortunately I don't have a circulation system because of my throat cancer, so I have a pump that I have to use every day.
Yes.
So anyway, yeah, this is all the stuff. Driving suit for the racetrack,
Oh, yeah. Good
gifts
for you.
people.
Oh, fantastic. And you're traveling by yourself, so
Yeah, it'll make it easy.
you utilize the passenger seat. And you got the
map.
Atlas there and stuff. All right, fantastic. See what you got going on in the front.
Well, obviously, this is full depth.
Sure.
It's amazing how much room there is in the car.
Well, that's great.
It really is.
You're living out of it, having fun, enjoying the car, enjoying life. You're
Yes.
here with us. Thank goodness for that.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
You're watching Coffee with Conti. Thank you for joining us on our Corvette channel. Our conversation with Phil continues. Well, in your journey getting the message out, any favorite place that you've had so far that you stopped in the 38 states that you have traveled through?
I was amazed. I think I like Yosemite best,
You
but
do?
I was amazed by Death Valley. I really got a kick out of the different. It's not what you expect. It changes. I mean, from one corner is all lava rock, one corner is
No.
all white, like maybe salt and or whatever it is. Then there's actually hills and mountains in there.
Right.
And then there's the flat desert. It looked like a beach. I mean, I could have been home. It was amazing to me the changes. And then of course, when you're out west, all the mountains are crumbly. They're all and when you get out to say South Dakota,
Right.
it's just solid rock. It's like
Very different.
Mount Rushmore.
Right.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that there's that much difference in our vegetation.
I've even seen some of the pictures that you shared with us. You even had time to stop by and see Elvis Presley's
Oh,
place.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I stopped by. I wanted to make sure, and Lincoln's. I stopped by his home in Springfield,
Oh,
Illinois,
good.
and what a great place that is. They've restored probably 20, 25 houses
Okay.
where his house was, and his house is there. It's unbelievable. It's a great place. People need to get out and see our national parks.
Right.
70%, what they told me at the desk, I'm not sure, it's one girl, you know, but she told me 70% of her visitors were foreign. You know, Americans just don't go look at them.
Yeah.
We need to use our parks.
You're right. There's so much that I want to see in our great countryside that, you know, my schedule hasn't permitted to do that. You asked me, hey, Rick, have you ever traveled out west? I said, you know what, the kids are getting bigger. And I really would love to just jump in an RV and go see a lot of that stuff, a lot of what you've mentioned today. Yeah, it's beautiful countryside.
You need to do it. I want to go back and spend more time in different places. I mean, obviously there's a limit to how long I can stay out. I mean, you know,
Right.
So I didn't spend as much time as I'd like to. I'd like to go back and spend some more time.
And you're being extra careful. I mean, given your condition and the COVID-19 situation, you've got to be extremely careful.
Yeah, I think I'm in pretty good shape though. I mean, compared to, I know I've had a lot of weird stuff happen.
Yeah.
But I'm conscientious. I walk every day. I try to be, you know, to be as strong as I can. And then I'll wear a mask anytime I'm in an inside situation.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, are you retired, I assume?
I'm a professional beach bum, man.
Yeah, sign me up for that deal. All right.
Yeah,
all right.
no, I'm from an island, you know, so yeah.
What did you do in your career?
I've done everything. I mean, it's too myriad. I owned a rap radio station. I've had an MRI center. I've done a bunch of stuff.
Oh, wow.
Obviously, you can't go to Europe this year, you know. And
Right.
If you wanted to, you know.
Yeah,
so I
exactly.
think people need to go out and check. And it, you know, and I told somebody. In fact, I sent a picture to somebody. I said, "This is truly social distancing." I just showed myself on the mountain, you know, because that's what they can do. They can go to the parks and you can be away from people.
That's a good message. I mean, just your attitude to get through what you've been through and truly to get out, whether you got a Corvette or not, just to get out to help your mental psyche and enjoy different, you know, things in our country. Just go to a park, go for a walk.
Yeah.
I think that's fantastic.
It's
Absolutely.
great. It is great.
It's definitely a good message.
It's been a lot of fun. So, and I appreciate you putting the word out. I mean, so many people.
My pleasure.
You've got a big blog and
Thanks, man.
Giant dealership in a town this big.
I know, you were coming through here and like, wait a minute, there's all these Corvettes in the middle of nowhere?
Right.
Yep.
I was really surprised because I watched your inventory all the time, and when I came here and saw it just flooded with cars, like, whoa.
Yeah, well, God bless the
Things have
internet, I like to
changed.
say. I mean, and there goes, every time we're outside.
Yeah, but I mean, you were having trouble getting cars. Now you've got them here.
Yeah, we're getting a flow, and we're getting just a fraction of what we were supposed to get for the new cars. We do have a nice selection of used cars that we've been getting a few trade-ins, a lot of purchases from a lot of folks, and that's allowed us to stay in business. Because not everybody's into the new car, so you've got to have a diverse inventory, and I think we do.
Yeah, I've got a friend that's a Corvette nut, and he swears to me, there's no way I'd ever buy the C8. I want the C7, I want the C7.
You know, and the C7's a great car.
Some people are like that.
No, exactly right. And not everybody's going to like it. And that's, I mean, we went through that when
Apples and
C7
oranges. Yeah.
transferred over. You know, a lot of people didn't like it. You talked about the rear end and stuff like that. And now all of a sudden people, you know, what a wonderful car C7 is. And it's a great value, great driving car.
It's fantastic.
And it always will have a neat, unique place in history now because of how good the car is, but also because it's the last front engine.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's...
I think it's amazing.
Yeah, it really is.
And I didn't want to be shot.
Yeah, I mean, this steps us up. You know, it's a whole new era. So, I mean, you know, it's the you know, time moves on, and here we are, future in front of our very eyes is a unique thing to be a part of. You know, I got a lot of people that are buying this car that they're amazed. You know, from some of the naysayers that say, hey, I don't like the mid-engine, but I've got the other side. They're like, you know what? I've heard about this car for 30, 40 years. I just never thought I'd see it in my lifetime. Oh my gosh, this is just amazing to be a part of a real mid-engine that I can own. You know, so it's been neat that way too.
What's funny is how nice you drive. I stopped and I won't say that, but I ran into a guy with a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
And he wanted to trade cars. And he was a nice guy. So we switched cars for just briefly.
You let him drive your car?
Oh yeah, I let him drive the car, and I drove his Lamborghini. He bought lunch. But anyway, he asked me later, he said, well, will you trade me? Even. I mean, I'm thinking,
no
this is my
kidding.
third day. I'm thinking, you know, wait a minute, that car costs 3 times as much as my car.
Right.
But I just couldn't do it.
He liked it that much.
Oh, he loved it.
He was going to trade you keys.
And there's such a difference in the way they drove. I mean,
yes.
Now that has I mean, it just shifted completely different. It's a hard shift.
Right.
And everything. This is a nice car.
Was the Lambo ride kind of bouncy? Did it have kind of a bounce to it?
Just
Or?
stiff. I mean, just stiff car. But
Yes.
no, it wasn't. I mean, like, have you driven the Viper?
Yes.
The Viper, every time you hit a bump, it wants to change, move.
Yeah,
you know?
right, yeah, absolutely, right.
It's the same way.
Okay.
These are so smooth. I mean, these are so good.
Yeah, he had to be impressed, you know.
Yeah.
And I've talked about that before, where I've talked about Porsche, all the other mid-engine cars that are $200,000, $300,000, how this car is going to scare them, and certainly has. I mean, just your conversation, having the car for the third day, and a guy wants to trade you keys from a Lambo that's
Yeah.
3 times the cost of yours,
Yeah.
is a great value story for our car.
Yeah, and I'm tempted. I said, now I'm going back in my mind. I'm saying, wait a minute, I could have done that, and I could get me another Corvette.
Right, yeah, you could have got that, sold the Lambo, and go get yourself a couple other ones.
Yeah.
But I think at this point, even I had a customer at one point that was here taking delivery, and the day he's taking delivery of his car, another client come up and says, hey, I'll give you $15,000 more than what you paid for the car. He kind of looked at him like, hey man, just get away from me. I've waited a year and a half. I want to enjoy my car.
But a lot of my friends, the younger ones, are looking at this car who would never
Right.
have looked at it before. I mean,
Right.
It's
No,
a
no.
funny deal.
No, it's great. It's kind of neat to be a part of it though.
Yeah, it is cool. It is
I mean,
cool.
you've got to feel just amazing in this car for a number of reasons. Because of what the car is, to where you're at in your life,
Oh, yeah.
and the message that you're promoting and your victory over cancer. I mean, you've just got to have just such a glow about you, and the people that you're encountering. It's got to be really a fun trip for you.
It's fun. It's great to talk to people. I enjoy the people I talk to. you
Yeah.
know. I mean, I've run into so many weird people. Somebody put the 4-year-old daughter in their car the other day who had been fighting cancer for a year.
Oh.
And that really, I mean, adults is one thing, but a kid with cancer,
Yeah.
man, it's so sad.
Yeah.
But it makes you feel good to be part of that, even just for that brief moment,
Yeah. To give them that little hope, that smile, that
Well, whatever,
enjoyment.
Yeah, some encouragement
Yes.
that they get out of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
So, that's pretty cool.
It's been wonderful to share your experience. Thanks for taking the time to watch my channel, and you sent me a message to say, hey Rick, I'm going to be in the area. I'd love to come by and meet you.
Yeah.
And it was my pleasure to feature you, feature the car, feature your goals and your journey.
Well, I appreciate
and
it.
I wish you some really safe travels, because you got 10 more states to go. So where are you going next?
Well, I'm gonna work my way up to New York. I'm
Okay.
gonna go to Niagara Falls. I'm
okay.
gonna go through West Virginia and then on the way up. But
Fantastic.
Niagara Falls will be the next great photo opportunity.
Most certainly will. Oh my
And,
gosh.
And then I'm telling people if they see the car on the way, whatever. It's
Yeah.
funny how many thumbs up. You get thumbs up for this kind of car anyway. But
Certainly.
I have a ton of people come up and just say congratulations.
Yes.
And well,
Indeed.
thank you for the message. So
Indeed.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm happy for you, man. See, guys, look at these. Here's the thing, I'm showing off dirty wheels, and it's a great thing, because that means you're out there driving your car. I love it. Look at these dirty wheels. Now check this out, guys. He's got a car that's got a very high-tech navigation system, but us older guys are old school, and I love the book maps. Yes.
Well, I had to have this because I was doing.
Okay, so you were up over that way.
I went through, yeah.
Man, I used to use these for years. I would love to just look at that book. It's like, I can't go down here, turn left, turn right, boom, I'm up.
And you switch back and forth so you can see it up close.
Yeah, a little closer, right, exactly. So
I'm
okay,
gonna
so
put
where did
you
let's go
in,
back to
you're
where you
in
started,
Ohio.
okay? So where's Kentucky?
Yeah, I started in right here.
Okay, and then where did you go?
I went to Vincent, Indiana, Springfield, Illinois, and then I started doing my dance. And you see, I came all the way back down, and there was a storm over here. I was headed that way, so I went ahead and went to Birmingham, Alabama, to
Okay.
that car museum and to the Civil Rights Museum,
Yes.
and then back through Mississippi and off to Austin, where I used to call it a pace car in San Marcos at H2R racetrack.
Then you shot straight north,
Yeah, and then I went up to Oklahoma City, and then obviously
coming across.
started New
You
Mexico.
came up and down this way.
Yeah, because what I had to do is
Oh,
go
you,
up and
oh, you
down
went
to
through
get-
Sacramento. I just got 2
Yeah.
cars that are being delivered in that area.
Yep.
And then you came back up this way and came back over.
And then I went up. I came both ways. I went up and circled back down and came back through.
Oh, wow, okay.
So I had to make that loop to get. I wanted to get South Dakota and Minneapolis, and then over to Chicago, and then from Chicago down to see you over here. Where is Columbus?
Columbus, right there.
Right off the side of Columbus, somewhere here. So that was all that.
And you came through Indy, yep. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. So
Oh, how much fun that
so
is.
now I've got to go, back up, and then catch this and come back home, eventually.
And this is where you end up coming back.
Come back home, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Man, it's so much fun. Thank you,
It
Phil.
hasn't been bad,
Yeah, absolutely, man.
and it's been perfect weather. This whole trip has been great. This
Now,
is the
don't
coldest-
jinx
yeah.
yourself, for goodness
Yeah,
sakes. No more car jinx. Right. Phil's just about ready to go, but he's made another comment too. Your family and you making this trip across the country in your state, in the country state with COVID, they think you're kind of crazy doing this, huh?
Yeah, but what I had told them is right now, I mean, we don't know when COVID's going to stop, but right now people need hope that are like I was,
Yes.
basically housebound. I mean, I managed to get out because I'm just that personality, but there are a lot of people who are scared to death that have cancer and they're locked in their houses.
Right.
So I wanted to inspire them to do something, or if they don't, at least the people that care about them to go and check on them and go by and see them, because right now they're isolated.
No, you're right. Right now, more than ever, for a number of reasons, especially in the cancer situation and the COVID situation, providing some hope, providing some fun,
Yeah,
promoting it through this car is great. I'm glad you're doing it, man.
it's been a good tool for that. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm glad you are.
Yeah, well, thanks for including us, and I wish you great health,
Yeah,
great travels,
appreciate it.
and congratulations on the car.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it, Rick.
All right, nice
Thank
talking to you, Phil.
All right, thank you.
Phil, great spending time with you, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for taking the time.
And if he's going to leave, well, then yeah, we got to give him a send-off, Pat, for the rest of his Victory Over Cancer tour. Send off, Pat. Well wishes for you, Phil. Thanks again for coming by and sharing your story, sharing your positive message, encouraging others to get out and simply enjoy life.
Thank you again, Rick.
Thank you, sir. Great to meet you.
All right, take care.
Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the show today. What a great conversation with Phil, celebrating his 3-time victory over cancer and his brand new Corvette all across the country. Hey, if you're a subscriber to our channel, pop quiz and a prize now, an opportunity to win one of these 3 Corvette pink hoodies and this pink lapel pin from Chevrolet. So a couple of weeks ago on this show, I featured my son's 18th birthday. We celebrated at the National Corvette Museum, driving a C8 Corvette on the track, the touring laps. How fast did Ryan get up to? 92, 108, 88, 97, or 104? From the correct answers, we'll do a random draw. We'll announce the winners very soon. Good luck to you guys. I do appreciate you joining us today. Now, normally on Tuesdays, you guys know we do a Tech Tuesday show here on the channel. Got something special for you on this Tuesday because of a timing issue. I have a great C8 delivery, a lot of fun, a great conversation, but this husband and wife were just a part of a movie that's going to be in 1,000 theaters across the country for just a few short days. I want to get that message out. It's a great message promoting love over hate. I think you guys will really enjoy that. That's why I want you to see that on Tuesday on the channel. We'll have more information. I'll be going to the theaters to see that myself. So check us out Tuesday on the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already so you can come back and see us. Make some comments down below. I love hearing from you guys. Thumbs up this video. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. It was kind of funny that I brought my camera with me back here to pick up this car that's supposed to be ready for delivery. There's a customer sitting in my office right now, and I always like to drive up and get your reaction the first time that you see your car. There's nobody here working. I wish I would have known that. This car's supposed to be ready to go. I'm gonna have to let them know, hey, go get lunch or something, because now I'm gonna be the one that's washing the car, getting it ready for delivery, and then doing the delivery.